Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a new 2023 Chevrolet Suburban LS, so let's get right into it. So this Suburban just comes in your standard black paint. The interior consists of jet black cloth interior, and then the powertrain is going to be a 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8 mated with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And as we come around to the back end here, we have our LED tail lights here, the signature tail lights, but then we have bulbs for our brakes and then our blinker there, just your standard incandescent. Then a manual lift gate there, but look at all that space there, which you're gonna expect that from a Suburban. And then if you can actually reach back here, you can fold that third row flat and look at all that room. And then with the second row, if you fold that, you're in business. You can do just about anything to fit in here. And then you can just pull this back up to put it in place. Some people might need a step stool or something, but it is what it is. And then we also have a little storage here. And then 3-prong household plug-in, 110 volt there. But tons of space, to say the least. Now as we come around the left side here, this is where our fuel filler is going to be. You can just put regular gas in there. And then I like that even though this is an LS model, you still have passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then I really like the nice big letters, chrome badge in there. And then this is an $800 option, but these 20-inch aluminum wheels, I would definitely go for those over the standard wheels that you get. And it's really a good price for that. But as we come around to the front here, we have our LED daytime running lights on, but then you also have your LED projector headlamps here as well. And then for it to be a base model, I really like the gloss black and then just a chrome strip right there with the Chevy emblem. And then even the bottom grille there, you've got that black plastic all through here, but you still have that chrome accent right there. So like I said, not a bad look, especially for an LS model. But let me go ahead and pop this hood. And it's covered up under plastic there, but that's that 5.3 liter V8. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the driver's seat. So from the driver's seat here, really good space. Of course, with this being a Suburban with no sunroof, I have several inches of headroom, tons of space, and I'm 6'3". Couple inches here between the bottom of the steering wheel and my longer legs, and then the seat bottom here wide enough to fit my wider stature. But I get 8-way power seats for the driver as well as 2-way power lumbar support, and you get that for the passenger as well. So it's really nice you get that even in this base model LS. But over to the driver door panel here, I really like, even though it's like I said, the cheapest trim you can get, really nice kind of leather feel here, all of this right here, and then you have plastic here, and then all this down here is plastic, but tons of storage in the actual door panel. And then I really like they put this wood grain here. That's really a nice look. So it's subtle, but it still makes a big difference. And you even see that here, and it goes all the way across. But left side of the controls here, we have an electronic parking brake. You can just press that and then hit the brake and press it to disengage. We have lane keep assist with lane departure standard, parking sensors, auto stop, and then we have our 4-wheel drive controls, and then we have 4 drive modes: normal, sport, off-road, and then tow haul. And then we have our headlamp controls here. To the steering wheel, I like that it's leather wrapped, even though it's not heated. Like I said, it's a base LS, so you get a lot of standard features in this one. But we have forward collision alert, gap adjust, cruise controls, voice recognition, mute, and then we can use this scroll knob as well as these arrows to go through our gauge cluster. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side here, we have our trackless radio station controls. So we can toggle through that. And then on the right side, we have volume over there. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. So like I said, we have 8-way power with power lumbar support for the driver and front passenger. So really impressed me with these cloth seats. And then over here we actually have our glove compartment with owner's manuals and such. Really nice size there. They have this little interesting pocket, which I'm always kind of about because this one doesn't close, but you can still stick stuff in there if you want to. Then we have our hazards here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this radio. I'm going to close this door. So with this being the standard LS, you do have just the 8-inch screen as opposed to the 12-inch that you get in the higher trim levels, but you still get most of the functionality. You get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio, and then you still have your wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and then Wi-Fi hotspot, climate controls, and you can control all of that from the screen itself or use the buttons below, which we'll check out here in a second. And then there's our backup camera with guidelines that change as I turn the steering wheel. But over here to our shifter, press P for park, pull up for reverse, press N for neutral, pull on that D for drive, and then you can hit the L for low mode and you can manually shift there. Now down below here we have those actual buttons I was talking about. You get dual zone automatic climate control as well as rear AC controls. And then you can toggle your fan speed. If you want to sync it, not sync it. And then just change your temperatures, all that. And then you can hit that rear climate on and off, so on and so forth. And you have a 12 volt there, and then a USB-C and a USB-A input here. And you have a storage compartment here where in your higher trim levels you'd have a wireless charger. But here you have cup holders, and I like you still get the standard remote start. And then here we have our center console cubby space. So plenty of space, and then you have the removable tray as well. But that's it for this LS model. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat. So here in the back seat, I'm 6'3". Look at this headroom. Phenomenal. Several inches there. And then quite a bit of room. Like I said, I have longer legs between my kneecaps and the seat in front of me, which is adjusted for someone of my size. So really good room back here. And even the middle seat is pretty wide for what I'm used to. So you could fit probably 3 bigger adults back here, no problem. And then take a look at this third row. Tons of space back there as well. And with this being a Suburban, that's probably what you're wanting to get this for anyway. So really impressive. And then up here in the headliner, we have our vents. We can turn that, depending on where we want the fan to go. We can open and shut that there. And then down here, we have our rear AC controls, which are automatic. So you can toggle your temperature there, fan speed there. You can actually cut it all the way off, which I like. And then you can set your auto mode and then change that based on where you want it going. And then 2 USB-C chargers there, and then you have another 3-prong household plug-in, which I like that they still have all these features back here, even though there are a few that were taken up front as opposed to the higher trim levels. And then those cup holders there. But all in all, really impressed by all the features you get in the standard LS. So with that being said, I think it's time we go ahead and take this Suburban LS out on the road for a quick test drive. So far, just a really comfortable ride from this Suburban. Drives very well. Very smooth with the 10-speed, of course. And I can already tell off the bat, really nice lane keep system here. Of course, it's not a lane centering, but this one tends to keep you in pretty well, actually, without a lot of ping-ponging. at least on this stretch of road anyway. And then it tells me to take steering. But oh, this ride quality is fantastic coming down the interstate. So smooth. And really not bad wind noise in here. And I can hear the tires, but it's such a nice sound. I almost got hit by a bird. But especially when you have the sound system on, you'll be all right. I do wish that we had standard Bose here, but the standard speaker system is okay. I would just put, I'd probably put some aftermarket speakers in here if it were me. And one other thing I like about this Suburban, like I said, you get a lot of standard safety features, and one of them is this, I think it's called a follow distance indicator. So it lets you know how close you are to the vehicle in front of you, whether you need to back off, whether you're getting too close, or whether you're a safe distance. And I had one I had a 16 Malibu that had that, and it really does kind of keep you on your toes, because sometimes you don't realize how close you are to the person in front of you based on speed or whatever. And it's just nice to have that there. And like I said, just such a smooth ride out of the Suburban. Very impressed. And I will say, if you're trying to not spend 80 to 90 grand on an 8-passenger SUV, I would definitely, this is the perfect build in my opinion. You have the LS, and then you just have the nicer wheels, which are an $800 option, but you have to think too, you get different tires, and the wheels are so cheap relatively to getting other wheels put on that cost 2 or 3 grand that don't really necessarily become worth that. So like I said, definitely the 20-inch aluminums that are $800. Highly recommend, because you also don't suffer ride quality either, at least not enough to be noticeable. See if I can get this thing to turn yellow. There it is. But as we come to the end of this test drive, I'm just going to go over my final thoughts on the Suburban, as well as let you all take a look at the window sticker. So I want to give a huge shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review the Suburban today. I'll leave a link below to the vehicle, as well as their full inventory in the description below. But let's go ahead and take a look at this window sticker really quickly. So like I said, really not a bad price for a 23 Suburban. And you pretty much get all the safety features that you want, and then all of the technology features without having to pay the extra cost. Only stickers for $62.95. But final thoughts on the Suburban. Like I said, I was actually rather surprised and impressed by the ride quality. It rode really well, and you know, these tend to ride pretty good, but just really nice even with these slightly bigger 20-inch wheels. And like I also said, definitely would get a build like this if you don't want to spend the extra money on having leather and heated cooled seats. You don't need all that. You just need room for 8 passengers. Definitely get this LS, upgrade these 20-inch aluminum wheels, be done with it. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you like what you saw today. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.